Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, giving you the truth. Giving you the truth. The truth. And like I always say, sometimes it's my truth, sometimes it's the truth. This one is the truth. But I would say this is a truth. What I'm talking about today is a truth that might not always be true in every case because of simps. Simps mess up the whole game of relationships. And in fact, I would say that out of all the characters involved, the simps create the most entitlement. They create more entitlement than white knights, than panderers, than everybody, because they, in most cases, they mislead women, pedestalizing them to get the panties. Pedalizing for pennies. But this is part of the Isaiah 4:1 series again. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day, speaking of the last days, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will wear our own clothes, eat our own food. Only let us be called by your name, take away our disgrace. They're going to go from that, I got to be the only one, busting out car windows, flattening tires, to, I just want to be happy. I just want to be with somebody. As long as he treat me right, I'm fine with it. I'm not childish anymore. Stuff like that. What's the reproach? The reproach is the promiscuity of these women loosening themselves up, getting STDs such as HPV and herpes through sex with multiple sex partners. I would entitle this one, Nobody's Checking for a Feminist. Nobody. I say nobody, but I'm sure it's a simp somewhere. But I say nobody in the sense of guys just awake. The last person they gonna try to get with in a relationship is a feminist. And you hear these feminists, they think that people checking for them. They not. As soon as these guys find out you a feminist, they whole game plan gonna switch up. Man, I just want to smash. They'll smash a feminist. And you know, a lot of women, they get somebody lusting after them mixed up with somebody wanting to love them. That's how they end up with their cat gang for life. All them cats. But nobody checking for no feminists. Me personally, once I see those characteristics, because looking back on my life, those type of women have caused a lot of problems. Mainly at work, like on jobs, they just cause problems. And the most dangerous thing about them is they never can see all the toxic behavior and all the trouble that they cause. It's always you. It's always you. Now, for those of you who don't know, let me help you spot feminists. The feminist is the women who always taking up for women. The feminist is the women who want women to be on the same level as men. The feminists are the women who say things such as, how you know God wasn't a woman? The feminists are the women who want to do your job. Well, I feel like I should be able to do his job. While, when in danger, hiding behind the men. The feminist is the person who not only, I just mentioned how they take up for women, but they advocate women leading men. I heard Angry Man say something while he was arguing with, I think her name was Security Boss, clearly a feminist. Clearly a feminist. Feminists like to cut you off when you talk because they think they're on an equal level than you or higher. That's why when guys be dating feminists or married to feminists, you can barely get a word in because she thinks she is equal or higher than you. And the minute you start bringing down a feminist, she's gonna cheat, she's gonna flirt around with other guys, she's gonna leave you. But who cares? You should be happy because nobody's checking for a feminist. A feminist believes that you should be all in her face. Because remember, she thinks she's equal or higher than you. So how dare you try to go play basketball with your friends? How dare you start hanging around other men? Because just feminist, part of that word is effeminate. Feminists emasculate men. They make them effeminate. And that's why, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been paying attention, you don't know what to watch for. That's how they got their place in the world. Like Angry Man said, he said that God put men over women, period. Not just your wife. And that's true because if you read the book of Genesis, it says, men, not your husband, shall have rule over you. But the feminist doesn't believe in that. The feminist wants to run the marriage. The feminist wants her husband to be a stay-at-home dad. There's so many characteristics of a feminist that it's hard to keep track of them. That pastor stuff, like that went on in Christianity, it's still going on somewhat, but it had its heyday in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, where they were saying pastors with an S. These guys are basically putting their wives on the same level of church leadership as themselves. That's feminist behavior. That's feminism. And feminism is why masculine men don't like Christian churches. That's one of the main reasons. They look at Pastor Dow. I guarantee you, Pastor Dow has probably more men in his church than women. Because guys don't gravitate to masculine pastors. Because y'all think they just against God altogether. There's some people like that, but that's not the case. The case with most guys is they look at the church as being Fruit Loopy. If you know what I'm talking about. For the sake of censorship, ladies and gentlemen. But nobody's checking for a feminist. And if you are a feminist, I'm telling you right now, as soon as people find out, most guys ain't gonna want to deal with you. They might smash you. They might slide them guts out of you. But they not gonna. What guy in his right mind, what sound-minded guy is gonna try to marry and wife up a feminist? Ain't nobody checking for feminists. They smashing feminists, but they ain't marrying them. Because see, when you start, and then some guys, like Coach Greg gave an example. Some guys be like, when did you become a feminist? She's a feminist. Like sometimes they become that later in life, man. A feminist will take up for Jada Pinkett, Amber Heard. Feminists don't see anything wrong with what Gabrielle Union allows her son to be. You see the emasculation? Dwayne Wade, his son, Gabrielle Union. Think about it. I don't even want to get too far into that, but just look at that. The feminist doesn't see anything wrong with Aisha Curry thirst trap pictures. It was a guy in Texas. Well, I don't even want to get into that on YouTube. I was going to talk about how he tried to tell me, well, I'm going to censor it. He tried to tell me that guys can be born Fruit Loopy. How? 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 Let's reason. Let's reason. Come on. Apart from your feelings, explain that to me. How? How can you be born that way? Get the cluck a duck out of here. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, nobody's no. Me personally, if I'm single, I don't even want to smack. If I know she's a feminist, I don't want nothing to do with her. That's bad energy. When you start to transmute, that's bad energy. Anytime you're dealing with a feminist, it's going to be bad energy. It's going to be hard for anything to work. It's bad energy. Because feminists in a marriage, the currency flows. Like, see, y'all try to say, whoa, look at Jet Pick. You can't use celebrities. Some of them might be with them people. You got to go by regular, everyday people. Regular, everyday people. If his wife is a feminist, she's not going to submit. And if she doesn't submit, then that means she's trying to be the man. And if she's trying to be the man, then that means that the blessing that the Most High has instilled in his universe to flow can possibly be hindered by something such as that. A feminist wife in a marriage. I got the right to say no. If I don't want to say no, I ain't got to do nothing. And the blessing going to be like, he's going to be trying to get through there. If you, listen, man, we talked about this before. If you marry and your wife is a feminist, right? And she's not submitting to you. She's withdrawing things that's her job to give you. Not good. That's why every guy at the sound of my voice, build your money up. And if you having problems in your marriage, do not tell her every dime. Do not mention your plans. If she won't submit to you, why are you telling her your business plan? For her to kill your dreams. She don't think nothing of you. So when you start telling her your plans, she gonna get quiet. She gonna change the subject. Yeah, but you gotta have a job, though. You gotta have a job. Always trying to put you back in the place where you being emasculated. Because she don't believe in your masculinity. In fact, her attitude is F your masculinity. It's about me. And a true bona fide feminist is going to do less and less every day. And ask any of these married guys that's married to them, how's that going for them? Not nobody checking for no feminists, man. Nobody checking for them. People want a feminine, quiet, helpful, sexy woman. I'm a man, but I like women. So, and you, if you're a heterosexual man, why would you want a woman who trying to take your place and acting masculine? You cheating yourself. These years go by too fast for that stuff. Too fast. Just let's start getting rid of this. You see my thumb? Get behind me, Satan. Feminism is satanic. Let me give you an example in closing. Kevin Samuels, right? He's gone. He's in eternity. You know who's still attacking him to this day? Feminists. Vivica Fox, that's a feminist. Amanda, what's her name? Seals? She said she despised Kevin Samuels and his followers. How could you despise people that you don't know? That's blatant feminism. You know what that is? That's you saying that any guy that's masculine is trying to lead women. Whether you know him or not, you don't like him. That's what she's saying. And then you should have heard her, what's his name? That dude named Dave had a reaction video to an interview that she had where she was literally punking the dude. Man, y'all need to stop being so thirsty. Listen, I've been on YouTube since 2008. I wouldn't mind being monetized. But don't be letting these chicks punk you for no views, man. She was punking dude. He clearly didn't agree with her, but he tried to smooth it over to finish the interview. Dude, listen. Y'all act like these rambunctious, condescending women are the only women with vag, with mouth, vag, backside. Y'all act like your wife is the only one. I'm looking at this squirrel like he's trying to mess up my power line. With that. So you put up with all that garbage from her like she the only thing. Like she the end all be. Listen. You not even supposed to be making vows. That is false. The Bible tells you not to swear at all. You think you doing, well, I got to keep my vows, man. You know, I made a vow to this man. But yet she's flirting. She's disrespecting you. She's cooking and cleaning less and less. She doesn't want to have sex with you. And if she does do it, she does it just so you won't cheat. And probably for her own reasons, she don't want you to cheat because it makes her look like she trash. That's how women think, man. I'm telling you. So stop acting like you gotta keep putting up with her garbage. Kids or no kids, man. You got one life to live. I got one life to live. Why should we live diminished lives because we want to be there for our kids? That's not even, look, you're going to have to come up with some type of agreement. You want to be there for your kids? Be there for your kids, but get rid of her. Like if she's still around, raise the kids together. Then that way she won't be able to undermine you if y'all try to co-parent. Raise the kids together. I mean, you live in the Midwest, you can get a duplex, you can get a townhouse. I mean, you really could get a duplex townhouse anyway. Let her go do her thing. Make an agreement with her. Tell her, look, we're going to raise these kids together. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. Make her pay some bills. Because if she didn't want to submit, if you was paying all the bills and she didn't want to submit, it's time for her to pay some of them. Let her go do her thing. As long as it don't interfere with what you building, let her go do it. If she interfere with what you building, then just leave. Forget it. And go to explain it to your kids so they won't think you leaving them. Because that'll be next. An unsubmissive person, now they'll be trying to sabotage your work so you won't have no money because they know that they ain't your woman no more. That's what they do next. If they try to do that, just bounce on them. Just be like, go to your kids. You see how she doing that, right? I know you don't want to involve your kids, but still, we'll talk about this later, though. This is The Truth, man. The channel is No Matrix, No Simping. All subjects channel. Thanks for watching.